Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all having a great day today. I myself am doing good. And with Wrestlemania fast approaching, there's already massive tension between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton regarding their championship match. And we saw the WWE fans crap all over Charlotte Flair during the segment with Tiffany. And this is basically now going to be one of these cases to where many, including me, think that there's going to be a double turn at WrestleMania between them. This is something that rarely ever happens in wrestling, but when it does happen, it's the most interesting logic because you've got WrestleMania fans that are coming and they're going to be watching the event, and they're not the typical everyday wrestling fans that are going to boo and cheer for whoever WWE wants us to boo and cheer for. And ever since Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble, there has literally been massive hate against her, despite the fact is that, again, it was WWE's decision to do so, and I have been back and forth on whether or not I wanted Charlotte Flair to even win the Royal Rumble. And now she's facing Tiffany Stratton, and there's already general belief that she's heading for another championship and that Tiffany's title run is going to be over, and then she's going to be thrown back down to the bottom of the barrel, and basically the equivalent of Charlotte Flair burying another talent, similar to the way people accused John Cena of burying talent years ago. Charlotte Flair turning heel at this point, I'm all for it. I've repeatedly have said in videos in the past, I like her for her ability, but her best work has always been as a heel. She's the kind of person that loves to make us hate her because of her last name being Flair. And she always seemed to have a better vibe with being a heel than a babyface. And this was proven years ago when they turned Becky Lynch into a heel and in her feud with Charlotte Flair, who was the babyface. The fans were actually cheering for Becky, and they were booing Charlotte, despite Charlotte was a babyface, Becky was a heel. Well, that kind of thing seems to be happening now with Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany is the heel, Charlotte's the babyface, but it's having a reverse effect to where fans are doing the opposite of what WWE wants us to do. And these WrestleMania fans, they're going to crap on this match, and I believe Charlotte Flair is going to go into WrestleMania, and she is going to be booed out of the building. I think this is the best time for WWE to finally just turn her into a heel. The signs are definitely there. The fans want her back as a heel. They don't like babyface Charlotte. And if they do turn her heel, that would be probably better suited, because you look at a lot of her feuds when she was a heel. She had feuds with Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Natalia, all of them, like all these women she faced as a heel, but she was able to basically make it more believable because she has that vibe about her that she loves being the kind of person that we get pissed off at, or we get pissed off at. And I think that that's a better mindset for Charlotte Flair rather than having her be a babyface and go out there and get booed out of the building. If anything, that's making me reminiscent of John Cena when he was full-time in WWE. How many events did John Cena go to in pay-per-views and Raw and SmackDown events when John Cena was booed out of the building? Several. That seems to be becoming a common thing with wrestling fans, letting WWE know, we're not going to boo and we're not going to cheer for who you want us to, WWE. And that's what leads me to this thing with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is going to win the championship back. It's coming. You know that this has always been WWE's groundwork. The moment she won that Royal Rumble, everybody, including me, knows where this is going to go. She's going to win the championship at WrestleMania, more than likely do a heel turn, because I definitely see signs that it's heading in that direction. But now she's going to have another championship run, and this is going to cause fans to dump on her even more, because fans are already saying so much stuff that Charlotte Flair gets title shots endlessly, and it's just so repetitive and done to death. However, that's what WWE wants you to do, is to give a reaction. And in the thing with Tiffany and Charlotte Flair in the segment they had, you could see that there definitely is a double turn slowly taking place, because the fans, they're getting behind Tiffany and they are booing Charlotte Flair endlessly. So WWE at WrestleMania, I'm predicting that match, we're going to see a full double turn take effect. Similar to Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13, only without the blood. But fans went in and they cheered for one guy over the other. And when the match was over, it was completely reversed. Same thing with Survivor Series 1996. Shawn Michaels went out there as a babyface against the heel Psycho Sid, and look what happened. It didn't matter with Sid taunting the audience and doing heel tactics. He was getting cheered, and Shawn Michaels was getting booed out of the building, and he was visibly looking very upset. But again, it's those types of fans that will let you know they're not going to do what WWE wants them to do. And that's why I really do believe that we're heading for a Charlotte Flair heel turn coming. I think Tiffany is going to be switched to a babyface. They're going to resume their feud and continue it all the way to SummerSlam. And Charlotte is going to keep that championship probably for many, many months to come. So we'll have to wait and see. Do you guys think there is a double turn taking place? Do you want to see that? Tell me what you think. Who's going to win the match between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton? Tell me down below. Hit the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you later.